So, all right. Good morning, everyone, powerful women. My name is Marisol, and I am so happy to be here. I consider myself a visionary, a future optimist, and my heart is very glad to share with you. The topic I want to share with you today, it's the 12 structures of permaculture applied into businesses. We are right now May 18, 2024. We are around 6 years from being in the 2030 for the global agenda for the social development. And we are around 3 years or less for the 2027, which is the completion of the new prophecy of the new sun, the sixth sun, for the Aztec calendar, which means we're starting a new era. And with this new era, we can no longer perpetuate our old ways of living, thinking, and of course, making businesses. We cannot longer perpetuate the capitalist system based and centered on money, on greed, on delusion, on power, on social status. The invitation now is to make our businesses life centered, Mother Earth centered, humanity centered, ancestral knowledge center. We need to go back to our old ways so our new society, our new world can be birthed. And we all need us women. We need us women to stand up powerful. We need strong women, loving women, knowledgeable women, wise women, prepared women to mother the earth, to mother the new humanity. And we need also businesses. We need our economy to keep going forward. But we need these businesses to be, as we already said, Mother Earth centered, life centered, cooperative thinking of all of us, right? So that's why I want to share with you. We don't have much time, but I want to share with you 12 bases of the permaculture design premises. Do you all know permaculture? Yeah. Well, permaculture, very simple and shortened. It means permaculture. The name, it's a culture that prevails permanent. So it is a system of design to create systems that support themselves and work perfectly with the saving the energy. So these systems can be applied into growing food. These systems can be applied into a society. These systems can be applied into creating a community and into social permaculture. And today we're going to translate the 12 main steps into businesses. These can be also applied for growing your own garden and designing your own sustainable home and living. So I want to share the first one. I want to share first a little bit more about permaculture. Permaculture was re-systematized in the 78, almost in the 1980s, with Bill Mollison and David Hologram. And what they did is that they make a resume of ancestral knowledge of all the world for this system. So it's not nothing new, it's ancestral, but they systematize it. So we can comprehend and study it with our Occidental mind easier. So the first is observe and interact. Observe and interact. This in our business model for our business, it's very simple. As it say, we observe our surroundings, We know we study and we see what is needed in our society, in our community, in our surroundings, um, and also what is needed on Mother Earth right now. I think we don't have to start our enterprises and businesses because something, oh, that sounds great, I want to be a fashion designer, but not caring about where do I get my fabric or if it's there slavery. So we really have to observe what Mother Earth's needing. And my invitation is also observing what is humanity needing, what is the new Earth needing, what is the future needing, what are the children needing, what is the water needing, and from there, how I'm gonna start my business or my enterprise. The number two is capture, capture and save energy. In this one, of course, is if you have a physical um, business of trying to be as sustainable as you can, even with solar panels and composting toilets, no longer wasting water with our pee and poo, right? And but also can be designing very good all our systems in our projects so that we don't lose energy. Because as me, like, I am not a business person, I didn't went to a business school, so I'm learning day by day, and I had lose a lot of energy, improve in doing this. Oh no, this doesn't work, but I could save a lot of energy by doing a proper business model since the beginning, and I could not waste a lot of energy. So in this one, my invitation would be also like, before starting, make your business model. There's already so much information to blueprints that you can do your business model since the beginning, so you don't waste energy. And also capturing energy would be also maybe asking the people that goes to your businesses and to your services how it was, capturing what they see, what they think. That could be also capturing energy. And capturing energy could be also like if you go to a party and then you go do RP and you collect numbers, or you collect more people for your events, or for anything that you do in your enterprise or businesses. That could be also capturing energy and saving energy. You're just not partying, right? Or you're also preparing, and little by little. The third is get a performance. That is very, very important. Maybe we all have been there, that we've been working with a lot of love, with a lot of service, with a beautiful energy. But then we go to our bank and we make numbers. So, oh my God, we're not doing nothing for a year, or we don't have nothing on the bank, or we're even giving away our services. We are giving all this organic, beautiful cream, but we are giving it away because we didn't make good the numbers. Or I'm putting all my life and effort to my project, all day working and night, barely sleeping, barely resting, barely renewing, and I'm not getting profit. I'm giving from my money, I'm giving from my pocket, I'm giving from my savings. And that is not permacultural thinking. That is not a good design, because why is the purpose? Why am I wasting my energy? It's not sustainable. Okay, so that's a very important one. Remember the third one, it's get performance. Super important. Get performance. And the fourth, it's auto-regulation and retroalimentation. Auto-regulation, is that the good word in English? Auto-regulation? Yes? Auto-regulate. Like yourself, your system, your body auto-regulates itself.
Yeah, like homeostasis, some people call it. I think that is
Yeah,
a form of
almost
it.
is auto-regulation. Yes. So how we do that in our businesses? We keep all the time, because remember in the beginning I said it's very good to have your business model written and you have it there. So that's like your blueprint, you have it there. But you have to keep checking it even monthly if you want, 6 months, 3 months, you know, 1 week, one time in a year, and you check, okay, this is working for me, this is not working for me. Okay, maybe at the beginning I wanted to, like in my case, in the beginning I want to work with kids and teenagers. That's my mission. But when I open co-creamos, um only we're having events and things for adults, and I was mostly renting this place out. I wasn't getting any money from the rents for 200 pesos an hour, and I wasn't doing my mission. So I sit, I do my homeostasis, I do the auto regulation. I do, okay, this no longer serving me. So I'm closing this way, and I'm doing more marketing for my mission, that is me, kids and teenagers, no? So I'm, and like maybe in my clothes, maybe this, if I'm a fashion designer and this clothes is too expensive, maybe, well, I can change this. Or this fabric, I just found out is out of slavery of kids or women. Okay, I change this. Auto regulating all the time, not being fearful by change, not being feared by, this is my mindset and this is what I vision, this is what I wanted to do and never want to change. That could bring us very easily into not success, into failure. So always auto regulation and retroalimentation. Be wise and open and listen to what your market has to say, what your visitors have to say, what your in any realm that you are. If you're a coach, well, then always have time to listen and to your partners. Be listen to all everyone that gets your services. Okay, so that's a resume. All of these, I invite you also to get, if you have a book that you can get from permaculture, or a PDF, or just read blogs in 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 internet, you can have more detail. It's a very beautiful science and system, and be always improve mode and checking, and always be open of good critic and bad critic as well, and grow from it. And like the earth gets maybe our waste, and it creates flowers. So create flowers from the waste. Okay, be always open to create flowers from the waste. And the fifth one was use and value services and natural resources. Use and value services. Yes. Yeah. Use and value services and natural resources. So that's super easy, but we don't do it much. First, I would always say to make ikigai, or your natural resources would be, for me, would be, what are your strengths? What are you good on? You want to open a bit, like me. If I wanted to open a business in, I don't know, in finances, I am not even good in mathematics. So I will struggle a lot, and it will not be natural, and I will lose a lot of energy. It will not be sustainable if I want to open myself something from finances and economy when I don't even understand that, no? So for the use and value services and natural resources into our business models, for me will be that. Will be, check what are your strengths, check what are you good on, check what you already have studies on, check what you already have a lot of, sometimes the English goes away, a lot of knowledge already. And natural resources, what do you have near you, what do you have locally? If you have to gonna have a restaurant, well, which kind of veggies come here before creating my menu? Where do I can get the best fruits and vegetables here? I'm gonna create cosmetics, the same. If I am going to have a retreat center, will get the local people helping, get the local healers, get the local elders, right? So for me, that will be the fifth one: use and value services and natural resources. Remember, this is a very short resume, so this could be very long. And stop the sixth one, stop creating waste. Stop creating waste. This is super crucial right now. And sometimes we, for myself, we get stuck and stopped because we create a lot of waste in this society, in this system. And but we don't have to do it perfectly 100%, but as much as we can, in most of all in physical businesses, stop creating waste. We have to change our thinking, our mindset, and we cannot think no longer like, okay, I want to sell fast, 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 and everything fast, so I just give plastic and disposable. Take time to wash, or invite your people to bring their own things if they're gonna take away. Stop creating waste. I don't know much about this, but I know like there's waste in our computers, in our WhatsApp, because it physically have a place that has all the data, and it has a lot of pollution. That's what I understand. So even think wise before you send a message, or before you send image, or before all of that creates waste. Even data in the information on the computer creates a print in our earth. So creating this design, this system for you to create less waste, or design a system that maybe you can reuse things in your business. um, that's a very, very good one, that we can remember that permaculture is something that makes you want to sit and create systems, design system. It's a system of design. So it's very important for us first to design and create systems and think before acting, so we save energy. And in this case of the sixth invitation, stop creating waste. Okay. So if you have a fashion again, and you have like these little squares from your pieces, maybe you can create earrings from it, and
Yes.
different things. Okay.
That's a
How am I
great,
in time? We finished?
that's a great idea, Marisol. I love how the way you blended sustainability and business practices and waste reduction and the principles that it applies to, to wellness, and your work that you've been doing in the community here and apply in the Colosio area, the entire region of Riviera Maya, and even in Chiapas and everywhere else you've been. I'm sure you've made major impacts, and so we're so blessed to have learned from you this morning. And thank you for everything that you do. You are a blessing to the community, and you were missed yesterday, and we're glad that you were able to share with us this morning. So again, that was the beautiful genius, Miss Marisol, right here in the Playa del Carmen area of Mexico, representing for this beautiful sisterhood of leaders. Next, we're going to have an exercise. Let me unpin here. If we are ready, from two other beautiful geniuses, Miss Obatalia and Kendra Patton, and they're going to lead us through exercise to just get us, get us flowing into the weekend and feeling good.
Thank you so much for that introduction, Desiree. Can we all get like some spirit fingers, some emojis, something in our chat to just say give thanks for Marisol and her beautiful share? And we want to just continue to recognize all of the work that Desiree has put in to put all of this together, all of the emails, the construction of all of the different promotional pieces that she's put together to make sure that people can be here today. We want to give her her flowers. So drop some flowers in the chat. Take a moment, find you some flowers in your emojis, put them in there, and just give her her love. Yes, yes, I see it. Awesome. Look at that. Look at that. Take that in, Desiree, boo. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So my mutual, Kendra and I will be collaborating on guiding a beautiful journey with intonation and the sound bowls, specifically through the energy centers that align our spine. And so I am inviting everyone to just take an opportunity to get all of the distractions that so if like you have a lot of stuff going on around you, you got drinks and cups and bowls and all kind of, move that stuff right now. Just move it out your way. Get the distractions out the way. If you got a notebook because you've been taking notes, put your notebook to the side. Move all of the things. So let's take about 30 seconds to do that.
Hi everyone, happy Saturday. I'm joining in from beautiful California. It's really great to see you all from around the world. I'm hearing some feedback. I'm not sure if I'm the only one hearing that feedback, but I am many things, a multifaceted healer. And so today we're going to share some sound healing. I have a strong passion for sound healing. Before we begin, I do want you all to get in a comfortable space. Even if you're driving, even if you're in the car, even if you're wherever you are, the best way that we can do this is to have your spine straight. So if you're laying down, if you are wherever you are, just try and keep your spine straight because it is all about postures. What we're going to do today is we're going to do some exercises that help to align our energy systems. So you may have heard of these energy systems called chakras. The beautiful part about sound healing is that the major chakras correlate to a sound. So you can see my sound bowls back there. I'm not going to talk much about which chakras we're aligning, but you'll be able to feel it. So you may not understand it with your mind, but your body will be able to feel it. So the best way to do this is, again, to keep your spine straight so that energy can flow up and down your spine. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and sit back there, and Obatalia and I will be collaborating on this journey.
Awesome sauce. Okay, we appreciate you.
Yes, absolutely.
So everybody, if you can get your spine resolute, stack your vertebrae, one on top of the other. Relax your shoulders. And just let the day flow off of your shoulders. So what we're going to do together is called an intonation. And so have you ever been in your yoga class and at the end of the class, everybody ohms together? That is what we're going to do, but we're going to do a different sound that represents different glands and different organs that are in our bodies. So we're going to start with the sound LAM. And when you are making these sounds, you want to enunciate every single letter. LAM is spelled LAM. And so on the inhale, we're going to inhale in deeply. And then as we exhale, we're going to speak LAM. Okay. So let's do it together. Inhale in through your nose. Take a deep breath in. We're going to move on to the sound VAM. That's spelled V-A-M. Okay. And remember to pronounce the V, A, M, V, V, V as in victory. V, A, M. Inhale through your nose. VAM. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Circulate that air down into your reproductive organ space. And visualize this beautiful energy circulating around your reproductive organs. This is your creativity center. So allow yourself to feel all of the beautiful euphoria associated with living in your truth, your passion, and your purpose. Whatever it is that lights you ablaze, whatever it is that makes you feel present and in your body, feel that right now. Next, we're going to move on to Ram. That's R-A-M. Ra. Okay. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Ra. Take hands and rub them together real fast, create heat and friction. Place it over your belly button. And just imagine the sun is at your belly button. It's helping you to digest not only your food, but it's helping you to digest your reality. It's helping you to digest things that you might be stuck on, that might be from the past, that might be a roadblock on you moving forward. Right now, we're dissolving that energy. We're transforming it with the energy of fire. So just take the opportunity to visualize the sun at your core. This is your core. This is your center. This is your triple burner. I speak and declare that anything that has been holding you back, anything that has been hard for you to finish, anything that has been difficult for you to accomplish, anything that you've been holding on to, any resentment, any grudges, any energy that might sit in your digestive system. Right now, we're just going to release all of that energy. I want you, this is going to be nasty. It's going to sound nasty, but I'm telling you, I do this every time I eat. I visualize whenever I eat, it leaving on the other end. So I want you to just imagine yourself having the best bowel movement you've ever had in your life. See that in your mind right now. It's so good you want to take a picture, but you know it's disgusting. That's the bowel movement I want for y'all. Okay, we're going to move on to the next intonation. Is yam. Y-A-M. Yam. Okay. Inhale through your nose. Yam. Take an opportunity to rub your hands together again. Place your left hand over your heart and your right hand over your left. And try, if you can, to sense your own heartbeat. Your heart don't never send you an invoice every month for beating. It don't ask for nothing in return. It does it automatically. Our organs are always working for us nonstop. We want to give thanks for our organs, give thanks for our heart, for moving blood throughout our body. We give thanks for all the chambers of our hearts. We give thanks for all of the vessels that allow us to circulate blood. Say thank you to your heart. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for what you do. Gracias. And we're going to move on to hum. H-A-M. Hum. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Hum. And again, take your hands, rub them together, get the heat and the friction going. You're going to put one hand in the front of your neck, one hand in the back. It's in your throat. Loving, kind energy. All the times where you were silent when you wanted to speak up. All the time where you felt like your voice was limited or you were cut short when you wanted to speak. All of the times where you held your tongue when you needed to speak up. All of the times where you didn't stand up or advocate for yourself. We're just dissolving that energy at this time. Going forward, you speak up, you advocate for yourself, you speak your truth. Your fear of how you'll be received is being dissolved at this time. Your fear of shining and standing out is being dissolved at this time. With love and kindness and compassion. For appreciation for who you've been. Anticipation of who you shall become. When you're ready, you can release your hands. This one is Om. And when we Om, I want you to close your eyes. But when your eyes are closed, take your eyes and send them up to your brow center. So right here, I want your eyes facing in that direction. Okay? So as you close your eyes, send your eyes to your brow center. Take a deep breath in, and we're going to Om. That is O-M. Om. Okay? Inhale. Om. If you have a table or something that you could put your elbows on, get your elbows like on your knees. Like I'm trying to see if y'all can see me. Hopefully I don't give y'all no free show. Hold up. Let's see. All right, you see how my knees are on my, so if you don't have a table, you can rest your knees here and you can rub your hands together again. And this time, you're gonna place the palms over your eyes. So I want everybody to go to a place in their timeline of life where they're the happiest they've ever been. You feel whole, healthy, happy, complete, safe, and loved. Go to that place. Now, all of that energy, I want you to imagine that you got you a little wicker basket. And I want you to gather all of that fruitfulness and that energy of love and safety and kindness. I want you to harvest fruit from that time. Put all of it in that little wicker basket in your mind. And as you gather up that wicker basket with all of that fruit and that plentifulness and that safety and that love, we're going to bring all of that into the present moment. Because feelings and emotions, they're like water. They can travel through time. They can fit into any space. You can feel that way right now. You don't have to have some outside cause to make it happen. That timeline, that feeling, that energy, you can bring it into your body right now, into every cell. When you're ready, you can release your hands. And the final is another Om, but this Om, I want to do a little different. So I'm a big fan of bees. They're like my friends. They're my homeboys and homegirls. And so I want you all to do your mouth like this. Like basically smile. But as you're smiling, you're going to, now there's a little hum that when the bees make when they're in the hive. And so we're gonna hum. So we're gonna take our om and we're gonna make it mmm, mmm, mmm. Okay. And as we do this, we want to imagine all of the flowers being pollinated. We want to imagine fruit growing from the trees. We want to imagine clean lakes, rivers, and streams. We want to imagine healthy pHs for all of the vaginas of the world. We want to imagine our bank accounts overflowing with love. We want to imagine all of the bloodline issues and all of the things that have happened in our bloodlines to be reconciled. We want to imagine all of the issues that we may have with those who have contributed to our rearing to be reconciled. We want to imagine if we got broke and cracked phone screens, a brand new phone. We want to imagine if our toes look crusty right now, a beautiful fresh pedicure. We want to imagine amazing health in all areas of our lives. So this is what that final sound and intonation is for, okay? So take a deep breath in and remember it's okay? And while the energy is fresh and the yummy, yummy goodness is popping, hug yourself. Tell yourself you love yourself. Remind yourself how safe you are, how valued you are. You don't have to produce a thing or do a thing in order to be valuable. You were born valuable. You were born valuable. Your cells are valuable. Your thoughts are valuable. You are valued. Without ever having to do anything extra, you are valued. And if you're feeling really good right now, I want you to write, I am complete in the chat. I am complete. I am complete. Hold on, I gotta find the damn chat. Hold up. I don't even know what a chat is myself. I'm asking y'all to chat. Let me see.
It's over here. It's like a little message box next to the sheet.
Gotcha. I found an activity. Leads.
Thank you all. That was so beautiful. Thank you, Kendra, Obatalia. Now we're going to phase into the beautiful genius of Asegedech Kumnegere. And yeah, she changed my life in a lot of ways. I was a fellow of their program, and she's safe hands, and she's going to share with you some very valuable information.
I think you saved my life as well. So I think it was just a mutual, beneficial, just love connection that happened. And just so excited to be here and be a part of your growth. That was amazing. Kendra, that was just, we heard it. We heard the sounds. Technology worked out. I'm so excited to be here. That was so beautiful. Obatalia, I needed that so much. So thank you for that. I truly appreciate it. Like Desi shared, my name is Asegedech. I'm a co-founder of Fit to Navigate, a social enterprise that really focuses on wellness. But today I just want to talk about you and your wellness and share some tips with you. And then if you're up for it, we're going to do some movement today. Okay, let me share my screen. Let me know if you can see it.
Yes.
All right, awesome. So today, I kind of want to talk to you guys about this notion that your body is your vehicle to spiritual awakening, and how you take care of it. It really amplifies that awakening. And thank you, Obatalia, again, for creating that awakening for us within our bodies. It was so meaningful. How we think about wellness is in this compass format. Our organization is called Fit to Navigate. So we think about nutrition, we think about daily movement. We won't get into it today, but just the importance of rest and restorative health. I'm just gonna share a tidbit. If you're not getting 7 hours of sleep every night, that is one of the main ways that our body restores itself and heals itself. And then the other aspect is just water. Making sure you're getting half your body weight in ounces of water. And that water aspect, we've also transitioned it into wellness as well, that I'm going to talk about today. So combating regular movement, regular exercise, as you all know, combats all these diseases. A lot of disease is cultivated by, just lifestyle and lack of movement in our body. So I won't go into all of it. I just like to kind of share a little bit of a story. Like, I have two examples in my life. I have my father, who's always active, and then I have my mother, who has worked hard all her life but hasn't been very active. And as women, we're not taught to like care for ourselves and go to the gym or even go for a walk. And so as an Ethiopian person, my mom was just very much like, be in the kitchen. She worked really hard jobs, and she suffers a lot from these diseases, arthritis being one of them. And it's hard for her to understand how movement can combat those things, because it's not wired in our DNA to understand that. So a little bit more about what actual daily exercise does for your body. It's not just about weight loss, it's all around health. Your strength. As women, we start to lose our strength drastically as we reach the age of 30 and beyond. So just really working on our strength, working on our energy level and our mental health and our improved quality of sleep. And then weight loss is just maintaining healthy weight is just the results of that. So with that, I want to say, let's move. Let me see if I can go back to seeing you guys. Okay. So can you see me and can you see the screen? All right, cool. All right, so we're going to start off with a couple movements. They're all going to be 30 seconds long. So give you guys a second to just kind of back up a little bit. And then I'm going to start my timer. I'm going to demonstrate all the workouts real quick. We're going to do some just circles with our spine. So this is just kind of like try to keep your upper body as still as possible. And we're just really working on creating circles around the spine. And then from there, we're going to go into swimmers. So just exactly what you think. We're going to do some swimming strokes. And then we're going to do some back strokes. And then from there, we're going to do standing cat-cow. So that's, if anyone's been to yoga, that's when you're breathing in and you're expanding your chest. You're breathing out and you're curving. So making a C. We're going to do that a couple times. And then we're going to go into good morning. So that's where you're hinging. And then you're opening up. So like a good morning stretch. I'm thinking about doing these every day. And then the last one we're going to go into is a hip rotation. So we're going to imagine if you've got something you're trying to jump over it like a hurdle. So we're going to open the gate, then we're going to close the gate. All right. So we're going to do that. I'm going to set my timer here. We're going to do this one round. We're going to get it in this morning. All right. I'm going to start with the spinal circles. I got the timer. And we're on. We're just creating a C with our spine. Nice circle. Just loosening up. A lot of times we're sitting, so our hips get really tight. We're halfway, so let's go the other direction. Really loosening up those hips. This should feel good. You shouldn't feel any discomfort here. Last 10 seconds. Time. And then from there, we're going to go into those swimmers. So if you remember, we're swimming. This is all about just releasing tension in those shoulders. Depend upon how you sleep. If you're a side sleeper like me, you have some tension in the shoulders. We're going to do this for about 10 more seconds. I'm going to do some backstrokes. We're going to go the opposite way. All right, opposite direction. Really stretching back as much as your shoulders allow you to. Again, none of this should be painful. This should feel good. All right, let me look at my time. Last second, and we're done with that. And then from there goes my time. And then from there, we're going to go into those standing cat-cow. That's really where you're creating a seat, and then you're opening up like this. So it's same thing you would do if you were in a yoga class, cat-cow. So it's a C and opening up your chest. This is also another dynamic way of just releasing tension in the shoulders, releasing tension in the chest. And this is a mobility exercise you can do to increase mobility. All right. And then from there, we're going to go into good mornings. If you remember the good mornings, as much as you can, being mindful of your back, we're going to hinge. And then we're going to open up and just really open up. Hinge. And then we're going to open up. We're going to hinge. And we're going to open up. We're going to hinge. And we're just going to open up our chest. Do that for 10 more seconds. They call these good mornings because they're really good when you get up first thing in the morning to really get that circulation in that spine and that lower body. All right, last thing we're gonna do is we're gonna do some hurdles. Oh, we did the hip hurdles already, didn't we? Okay. Did we do the hip hurdles? We did. Oh, we didn't do them? Okay, let's do the hip hurdles. All right, I was like, all right, so we're gonna hurdle it out. You can start off by opening and then closing. You start the timer over, opening and then closing, or you can decide to go one way for a second, just opening for a second and then closing. Each one kind of helps. Sometimes you hear some cracking. I know I do. It's completely normal. It's actually creating alignment and more mobility in your hips, and it improves your ability, your gap, your walking. Last 15 seconds. And sometimes if you've been in the computer, you've been sitting for too long, these are really good to do. To just get a good circulation happening within the legs. All right, time. Grab some water if you have it. Good job, everybody. That was great. Okay. All right. So next, I'll move quickly through this portion of the presentation. So movement, we did a little bit of movement. I won't talk too much about meditation because the meditation practice that we did was so beautiful. But it's really, for me, it's been about a journey of finding quietness and stillness, and creating more time for restorative healing. And to also, it's been a way for me to manage my stress and release stress and tension. And I feel like we got to do that really beautifully today. This is from the Chopra Center. These are some health benefits, and I'll share this. When you're actually meditating, what happens in the body, what is stimulated in the body, and a lot of responses in what we are quote like knowing as illness and generating health is actually improved when you're in that state where you're not compulsively thinking and you allow space and time gap to be able to cultivate just energy for stillness. And so they've kind of done a study in the Chopra Center. I'm happy to share this study about the scientific benefits of meditation. I won't do a meditation practice because I love the one that we just did. And then from that, I'll talk about a little bit about food and nutrition. talking about, chronic health and healthy lifestyles, we know that 80% of disease is related to our poor eating health habits. And I love this quote: the food can be our safest form of medicine or our slowest form of poison. And so thinking about food, I just wanted to leave you with like 5 steps that can optimize your eating and optimize you eating more that aligns with your healing of your body. So one of the things that I often say is, if you could cook, I know it's like we have gotten away from handling our food and allowed other people to handle it, but if we get more involved in our food and actually are part of the cooking process and go back to trying to grow our food as much as possible, I think that is one of the main ways that we can actually combat our the climate of disease caused on by processed food. And so one of the next steps is reduce your processed food intake. That's anything that's in boxes, convenient food. I know it's really hard, but trying to limit that as much as possible. And I know we're going to go into digestion, but eating earlier in the day. I follow Ayurveda style eating, where you eat your biggest meal earlier in the day in the afternoon, and then later in the evening, you're not to overeating at night. It really helps your digestion, really starts to help your health as well, and your rest and your quality of rest. The other thing is just to be mindful and adding in cooked and raw vegetables. So every plate, I look at it like, do I have a cooked vegetable? Do I have a raw vegetable in here? And then my sister's really guilty of this. She'll eat and watch TV, or she'll eat and be on her phone. So whenever you're eating, just like be mindful and just be present with your meal. Yeah. And that is everything that I had from wellness aspects. And I'm going to stay on if anyone has any questions, but thank you. I try to make that as quick as possible because I know I talked about a lot of things.
Thank you, Asegedech. That was so awesome. My body feels great. I appreciate you, everything that you bring to us. Next, we have our next beautiful genius, Miss Kendra Patton. Please take it away.
Yes, thank you so much. Asegedech, that was amazing. And I love the flow of this because I'm going to be talking a lot about nutrition and detoxing. So let me go ahead and share my screen. Okay, can you all see my screen? Yes, okay, great. So let me go to presenter mode. Okay. And let me see, I actually don't like this view. Let me go to slideshow. Can you all see that still? Yes, okay, great. So I can't see you all, but we're gonna just keep it going here. My name is Kendra Patton. I am a physician assistant. I'm also a holistic health coach, as well as what's called an integrative health practitioner. What that means is I integrate Western medicine. So a physician assistant, for those who don't know, is very similar to a physician, a Western medicine physician, as well as a nurse practitioner. We go to medical school. Instead of it being 4 years, it's 2 years, and then we get out into practice right away without doing residencies. I've been a PA now for 11 years. And about 5 years ago or so, I became really frustrated with Western medicine and just really disgusted by it. And like, I realized how much of a legal drug dealer I am. So I decided to become an integrative health practitioner and learn more how to heal the body naturally and get people off of these medications. Many of the diseases or conditions that Asegedech just mentioned, I help people to resolve those without medication. Again, this is me. And I have a holistic approach to health and wellness. And so what that means is I've realized that you cannot physically heal your body without taking the mental and emotional aspect and also addressing spiritual well-being. And I meet people where they are, especially when in terms of spiritual well-being. I'm a very spiritual woman. I am a member of the Little River Band of Ottawa Indians in Michigan. And so I grew up in this very indigenous, very spiritual community. My family was Christian, but then other parts of my family is more into nature, my Native American parts of the family. So that has allowed me to grow up in spirituality. But I meet people where they are. I realize people have different religious backgrounds. And so when I meet with people and I talk to people, I encourage them to lean into that. Like, honestly, whatever that means for you, if that means that you have crystals and that you're spending time in nature, or you're going to church or synagogue or the mosque, whatever that is for you, lean into that, because you are your own best doctor, honestly. And God, the universe, the ancestors, whatever that God concept is for you, that's where the answers lie for you. I'm a resource, I'm a tool. Your doctor's a resource and a tool, your friends, your family. But really, that connection with you and your higher self and your God and your source, that's where the answers are. And that spirit will guide you to the things that are in alignment with you. So once you have your your spiritual well-being and your mental and emotional health, these are things that all go hand in hand. So it's not about just losing weight, for example. You really want to get to the root cause of why you have had a struggle with losing weight, or a struggle with acne, a struggle with whatever it may be. And so I help people to approach this physical, mental, and spiritual aspects all at the same time. And through that, we really can't receive these spiritual messages, and really can't, it's really a challenge to heal emotionally from our anxiety and depression if our vehicle, we are human beings, we're spiritual beings in human bodies, however you want to say it, but we are human. So our vessel has to really be clean and clear for us to receive these messages, for us to really optimize this experience as a human. And so what is detoxing? This is how I start all of my clients. We detox first, and it just depends on the level of detoxing that is needed. But we detox first. And detoxing is a hot topic right now. It's a buzzword, it's trending, and I love that. But sometimes people don't even know what that means, right? So detoxing is the process of removing toxins from the body. It's the art of letting go. And so I help people to realize, like, not only are you going to be detoxing like parasites and sludge and all these things that come out of your body, usually when people detox, they start to lose friends. They start to lose people. They start to be redirected in their career, maybe quit that job. And so I love to think of detoxing as like, it's letting go of all the things that no longer serve you. With detoxing, there is a safe way to detox. So if you decide to do a detox, I really encourage you to work with someone that is experienced, or just make sure you do your research on whatever program. If you decide to do it by yourself, I highly encourage detoxing in community, because it can be challenging, especially with some of the symptoms that may come up. But there is a right way to do detoxing. And then finally, it's an active process. Okay. So with detoxing, you can buy the tea. I remember like in 2017, 2018, everybody was selling those detox tummy teas and all the kits and all the things. But you can't just drink some tea and think you're detoxed. Okay. It's a very active process. You have to put intention behind it. You really have to put energy behind it. And that's how you get long lasting results. Okay. Why is detoxing important? Toxins are everywhere. They're found in our water. And I know many of you are like, well, I don't even drink tap water. You shower in it, you might take baths in it. And so our skin is very absorbable. It's absorbing those toxins. And then when we shower, the steam, we're actually breathing in the steam, those heavy metals and things that are in our shower water. So if you can, it's great to get a shower filter or a bath filter. But if not, honestly, this is not to scare you. This is just to really tell you that toxins are everywhere, but you can't avoid them, but you can cleanse from them. All disease starts in the gut. So with detoxing, you're healing your gut. 90% of health-related issues are from the gut. So if you can heal your gut, you usually can heal any diseases or conditions that you may have. And a lot of people think that the conditions that they have are genetic, and they're actually not. They're just from the culture of eating, especially in the BIPOC communities, right? Black, Indigenous, people of color. We have a culture that we pass down of very unhealthy practices that if we if we switch those, then some of those genetic diseases may not come through. This is a slide. I just wanted you to take a look at this really quickly of 20 signs of gut imbalance and 20 signs that you need to detox. And you might have been dealing with these things for some time and just didn't even realize it, like that it was related to you needing to detox. For example, gas, constipation, headaches, difficulty losing weight, difficulty gaining weight is another one. Mood swings, anxiety, depression, brain fog. You all can look here. The list goes on. In addition, most people need to detox in general because we're constantly bombarded with toxins. Okay, so I want to talk about simple ways to detox as a busy entrepreneur or womb-preneur, as Obatalia had coined up. And so what I recommend for people who are busy, even if you're not an entrepreneur and you're working a 9 to 5 or you have some other schedule, is number one, fruit. Okay. Fruits have somehow been weaponized in our society of like, it's going to raise your blood sugar and people with diabetes don't eat fruits. No. Fruits do not require insulin to get into our cells. And so this is a really great way for you to receive the nutrients, and they also cause purges. They cause your cells to poop. They cause your organs to really release those toxins. And then when you're eating a lot of fruit, especially in the morning, this is a way that you can detox every day, even if you're not on a full-blown detox. I recommend if you can do like a raw salad or some raw veggies for lunch. And then dinner, you can go on to cooked vegetables. You can have a starch if you want, and then a plant-based protein source for dinner. Have some snacks ready so that you're not just out and about in the world and looking at the chips or whatever your vice is. And really, simple ways to prep for this is meal prep. So I have a picture here when I'm doing a full-blown detox. This is usually what a day or two will last me because I like to eat a lot when I'm detoxing. It's not a diet. I really encourage people to eat a lot while they're on a detox. And so I usually will spend maybe an hour or 2 hours preparing for the next few days so that I am ready for a detox. Other ways that I want you to think about detoxing is you have to open up your detox pathways. So if you're eating a bunch of fruit and you're ready for this detox, your body has to be able to get the toxins out of your system, especially parasites, which can be long worms. And these are a few ways that you can you can open up your detox pathways naturally. Oil pulling, tongue scraping, sinus rinse, dry brushing, and then the few on the right. I love this because if you exercise, you can get most of these at one time. You can do breath work, sweat, and your daily movement. And if you're outside, you get all 4 of those other keys. These are key. When I'm working with clients, they have to do this every single day. There's 2 other things that they have to do, but this is really the framework to open up your detox pathways and allow you to detox safely so that you're not feeling sick when you're detoxing. Okay. Benefits of detoxing: increased creativity for your business and your life, removal of parasites, weight loss, smaller waist, blood sugar control, which again is like the opposite of what some Western providers may preach. But I've seen people come off of their insulin, come off of their diabetes medication, as well as anything they may be taking for PCOS as well. Clear skin, healthy gut, reduce pain, reduce inflammation, mental clarity, spiritual connectedness, the list goes on. But Kendra, where is the time, right? Like, I know it takes a lot of effort. Like I said, it is an active process. So these are a few recommendations that I have. You have to make time for this. We live in 2024. There's so many things going on mentally, spiritually. There's a spiritual warfare going on right now. So I highly recommend what you can do is there's some apps for time tracking to really see what you're doing with your time, because I can admit that I'm addicted to social media and I spend way too much time on there. Okay. So that's an area where when I'm detoxing, I typically scale back on social media. You can wake up early, and actually 4 a.m. to 6 a.m. is really prime time. It's such a powerful time of day. And then meal prep, like I mentioned, batch juicing, making batch smoothies, meal prep services, as well as you can make a large quantity of the foods that you already love. Okay, so this is one of the programs that I have. I just wanted to mention it in case you are interested in working with me. I have a program called the Fruit as Medicine, aka the FAM Detox. It's near and dear to my heart. It's a 6-week program where I ease you into detoxing. I teach you very closely how to detox, and we go through a colon cleanse, a liver cleanse, a master cleanse, which is a lemonade fast. And then I teach you how to transition safely out of the detox and how to live a detox lifestyle. We have all these things included, including Zoom calls, an herbal report, which is an individualized herbal report that you get based on your symptoms, your genetic makeup, recipe guides, shopping lists, and there's a WhatsApp community. You can also work with me one-on-one. This is my passion. I love helping people and guiding them on their health journey as well. And then I love this quote. This is the quote that I live by. Heal yourself and inspire others to do the same. A lot of times we're pointing at our families, our mothers, our sisters, our partners, and be like, you need to do this. You need to do this. I cannot stress to you how if you start to pour that energy into yourself and really take on what you know you need to do to heal your body, everybody around you will be like, well, how did you do that? Can you give me some tips? Can you make me a smoothie? Can you make me a juice? It's such a ripple effect in the community. When you heal yourself, people will automatically want to heal themselves as well. Okay, this is my information, how you can contact me. You can stay in touch. I'm very active on Instagram mostly, so at Kendra Patton _. I'm also on TikTok. You can email me here, and then that is a QR code to my link tree in case you are interested in connecting with me. Thank you so much for allowing me to talk about my passion.
Thank you so much, Dr. Kendra. We appreciate and love you. Now we have our next beautiful genius to take us home. And Miss, I call her a fairy. I've been calling her a fairy for a few years, but she's just magical. She came into our lives. He helped us out with the gravy train. We had Noble here in Mexico. I mean, she's been working with me through the Mastermind Co-op. She's been a great advisor and an excellent help. The lovely Miss Obatalia, please take us away.
Thank you so much for that awesome introduction. Kendra, thank you so much for all of that invaluable information. I learned some new things, some things that I definitely want to put into rotation. So I appreciate you sharing all of that information. I would love if you could make those slides available, or, just whatever slides you wanted to make available. Just so I can have it and refer to it as I, build up my plan, my health plan. And thank you again, Asegedech, for what you offer, for the movement, for your brilliance, for your beauty. Thank you all. Thank you again, Desiree, for everything that you have done for the community and continue to do for the community. I know that, sometimes a lot of what we do is thankless work. There's nobody sitting and patting us on the back and patting us on the head and sending us $5 cash apps for lunch. And so, you have to kind of propel yourself even through, not actually having a cheerleader alongside you. So thank you for the work that you do, the labor that you put in to make events like this come into fruition. And today I am sharing just some recipes for your toolkit. I have an organization I call Ashanti Gumbo, and Ashanti Gumbo is essentially an amalgamation of all of the different tools and all of the different products that have come from my alchemical experiences. I am Obatalia Yamoshunya. I'm also known as Ashanti Gumbo. I'm a performance artist, a creative, a multi-hyphenate creative. I also support business owners in creating systems and automatizations to get everybody off of their screens and into life and to enjoying their relationships with the people around them, and having a healthy relationship with self. I also host and facilitate retreats all over the world, and just bring women into spaces where we can be butt-ass naked, eat fruit, laugh, giggle, splash around in water, do all of the things that feel good to us without having someone to comment, someone to criticize, someone to say what women should be doing, somebody to get on a podcast and talk about why we ain't doing this. None of that exists in those spaces. And that's exactly how I fucking like it. I love for us to be in places where we really get to be our whole full selves without filters. If you can tell, I ain't got one. I don't edit myself for any audience. So, you know, if you can't be in the kitchen, you can hop your ass right on out. Um, and as far as the toolkits are concerned, I wanted to show you just a few of the things that I utilize to just keep my ashe and my vibrancy, even as life is lifing. And I appreciate yoga, meditation, and all of these things that take us into a place of recognizing that the body mind consciousness connection. And I also like to really just keep it super real with people, because life actually does life. In the last 2 weeks, I've had a family member go into the hospital. I've had, you know, different type of crises that come up, you know, all these little fires. And it's like, well, what do we do? How do we work with ourselves and with our own energy as life continues to show itself to us? And how can we find the beauty within the valley? How can we be in the calm? How can we be in the center of that storm? And so first, I am going to play, if it will sound. So I'm going to play the sound, and if y'all can hear it, we'll flow with that. If not, then I'll pick something else. But I'm going to see if y'all can hear the sound first. I'm going to turn it on, and y'all let me know if it is popping up.
What I had to do, Obatalia, is if you click the 3 dots and go into settings,
Okay.
and then there's a button you click that says noise cancellation. You take that off, and that's how you. There you go.
Yes, I love it. Okay. Can y'all hear it? So this is from a playlist that I put together. Everybody will get a link to this amazing playlist. And I want you to get up wherever you are and just move your body. It don't got to be a certain type of way. Just get up and move them juices. And what I like to do is let my body lead me into movements that it wants to make. Because it'll tell you what it needs if you listen. Just focus on loving yourself. You don't need to be anyone else. The connection between so movement is how I transmute anger, frustration, not feeling like I can be in charge of whatever the fuck is going on. I put it into movement. I move my body, and it moves that energy so it doesn't become stuck and stagnant in your womb and in your limbs and in your fascia and your joints. So move your body, move them juices. Just focus on loving yourself. Focus on loving yourself. Just focus on loving yourself. Focus on loving yourself. Just focus on loving yourself. And slowly come back into your spaces, your seated spaces. Focus on loving yourself. Give yourself an opportunity to breathe. And just be with your body. Be with all the feelings and the sensations. You are loved. All is well. And if you don't feel well, it's going to get well eventually. So, another tool that I utilize for my medicine bag is art and creativity. And so I do what I call like moving vision boards that I can like stick inside of like a journal, or I also have available. Here it is. So I'm gonna show y'all a few of these things. So this one is like a little moving vision board. What I do is I stack all my pictures and all of my things, right? And then I take clear tape and I tape over all of it. So that keeps it waterproof. And I'll take like cards that I receive from my loved ones, and I just make these beautiful collages, and I put them in places around my home that inspire me. I do the same thing to covers of my journals. So I'll take the covers of my journals. Like I draw out all my tattoos before I get them. I have certain tattoos all over my body. So I draw my tattoos out before I get them. So I draw everything out. I journal everything. I write out the type of house that I like to live in, what I love in my house. I speak as if it's already manifested itself. I take all of the different cards that people send me in the mail, and I keep them in my journals. And so all of these things help me to recognize that I am a creator. I am a creator of this reality, and it doesn't always have to be. Now, I can get super linear because I got spreadsheets, I got templates, I got Notion, Airtable, Ask Desi. But this is the meat and potatoes. This is how I navigate through life's uncertainties, is by imprinting my vision, my creativity, my love into my reality. So this is maybe like, those like 5 subject books, it has like pockets in it. So I have like little pockets, love letters I write myself. I write myself love letters all the time. I journal everything, all of my artwork. I print my artwork out and I keep it with me. Another thing I do is I write myself letters at pivotal moments in my life. So like any breakthrough I've had, anything that I am doing, any type of conjuring work that I'm doing, I'm going to write myself a letter. I'm going to speak things into existence, and I'm going to decorate the shit out of the card. So this is one of the cards. You see, I put a little gold leaf on it, little this and that and all of that. And then I just open it up at a later date. And I'm like, wow, I did all of these things that I said I was going to do. So these are like tools in your toolkit that a lot of people don't think about or realize has an impact on your life, but it absolutely does. And what I've noticed is people are not allowing that creativity to come through because it's one of those things where you're not going to see an instant gratification type experience. And we want to move out of the realms of feeling like we need to be instantly gratified by things. Because if you wanted to manifest something and say you got to a place where whatever you thought about manifested, you would have all kind of stuff. I don't know if y'all ever seen The Good Place, but I remember one time she like had a dream of like shrimp, or she had a shrimp experience and it was like giant shrimp outside. So, I kind of actually like a little bit of time in between the desire that I have and its manifestation, because that manifestation is going to change and shift and morph over time, especially as you evolve internally. Because the things that I thought were very valuable when I was 20 years old, when I was 18 years old, I'm like, girl, like, sit down. So, give your creations the space to have their gestation. And so with that said, I have a few books. And so this is one of my biggest book babies. I don't know if y'all can see it. But I've started out in divination. I started out in tarot divination in my journey. And my creative journey, I would say. My spiritual journey has been my whole life. But my creative journey really came when I started to comprehend the esoteric nature of tarot. And I took, I had to make the choice to take it out of this fear place or whatever it was projected on me through different things. And I sought the comprehension myself. And so when I did that, I was like, I don't agree with these pictures and these images and these words, because tarot is a system of self-study that impregnates your subconscious mind. And so if my subconscious mind is being impregnated with images and words that I can't relate to, then I feel like there is a missing point there. And as leaders and as business owners, I believe, ain't no study or no test to support this, but as business owners, I believe it is our job and our duty to go into those in-between spaces where there might not be a total connection, and you create that connection point. Your product, your service, your experiences are that connection point that's missing. And so I did that with Dream and Wake Tarot. So I don't know if you can see the pictures and the images, but this is my Empress card. Let me see. This is the Fool's card. And then like with my moon card, I recognize that the moon is changing all the time. So instead of having just one moon card, I have multiple moons, because you have a new moon and you have a full moon, and I have a few in between. And so I've allowed my creativity to have a safe space. And because I've been on that frequency of allowing my creativity to have a safe space, I've been able to produce fruit. And I've also not rushed the process of producing that fruit. So another toolkit is working with little bitty baby journals and reflecting on, I don't care if you got $1 through Cash App. I don't care if you save money in the line and somebody gave you 50 cents because you ain't had some change in your wallet and you needed extra money to go with whatever you was checking out. I don't care if you found a penny on the ground. Whatever goodness, gift from the universe, somebody shows up for you at the moment you need it. Like somebody give you a ride, you need a ride somewhere, you didn't have to think about a taxi or how to pay for anything or Lyft or Uber or any of that. Somebody gave you a ride out of the kindness of your heart. Journal that. Put that down. Write that down. Keep a little tiny one with you, and write it down. When you start to count them blessings, baby, they add up, and you like, damn, I'm super blessed, But I think that when we are moving through life and the things and we get caught up in a rhythm. And as co-creators of our reality, our ultimate desire is to be exceptionally in tune with the reality that we're creating. And what better way to do that is through utilizing your toolkits. So the next thing, because I have 2 books that go with Dream and Wake Tarot. So I have the more in-depth one that helps you to develop your own tarot system. So instead of me telling you like this card means this, you're actually going to go in daily and work with 1 card per day. And you're going to journal and develop your own deck. So that's the more advanced one. This is the 101. And then I have the inspiration book. So the inspiration book is what you would normally find in a tarot card pack, where it's like, okay, well, this is what this card means. And so you'll have the image, you'll have the information about it. I also talk about Tree of Life path working. In the back, you'll have some play sheets. And so we'll talk about the Tree of Life and its representation of how it aligns with your body, how it aligns with the chakras, how it aligns with the names of God. You'll also have worksheets to do the moon phases so that you can comprehend the phase of the moon it is. You can look up at the moon and say, hey, it's a waxing moon today. So you have all of these different tools in your toolkit. Another thing that I do that I feel like is just really, really, really kind of fading out, and I'm gonna single-handedly bring that shit back, is printing your damn pictures. Get them pictures out your phone. Get them out your phone. Print them. Print your pictures. You can make beautiful gifts with them. You can, just like I showed you this original book, you can take them and slap them in one of your books. You can do all of these different things with those images in your phone. Do not allow them to live and die in the catalog of your phone, baby. And then the last toolkit, I showed you how I write myself letters, but I purposefully go out, and this was like $1 at Dollar Tree, and I snail mail people. And it's such a beautiful thing because people are like, oh, I got your card in the mail. And then you have a pen pal. And I just think it's such a beautiful thing. So if you are not snail mailing people, this is your invitation. I have no idea what a book of stamps costs like anymore because I know it changes. But get you a little book of stamps and snail mail people, love on them, and just send them a message in the mail. It's so easy to get caught up in the day-to-day world, and it's real easy to send a text message, and at this point you still got abbreviations in text messages. You ain't even having a whole conversation no more. It's just be right back, BRB, I know you fucking lying, all of that, all of these different little phrases, these acronyms that we use to speak now. And so it's nothing like getting a card in the mail. My grandma would mail me $5 in the mail every single month. So take the time to send some snail mail. Take the time to take your creative projects out of your mind and make them real. Take some time to print out your pictures, print them out, give them as gifts, put them in an album. Take some time to get you a little little notebook, and let this be your gratitude journal. Take some time, get you a little, this might be maybe $5 or $6, and write your visions, your goals, your dreams, your values, your ethos, your mission, all of that in a little thing. Make it creative, make it beautiful. It's another vision board. Take some time, create you a little vision board that you can move around with. And then the last tool I want to touch on before I close out is sensuality. And I want us to really recognize that we are constantly and consistently in ritual every single day. Every time you eat, every time you pee, every time you breathe in and out, every time you drink a sip of your tea, it's all ritual. And so that is an invitation for you to bring more sensuality to that moment. So if you have water or tea or anything available to you at this time, go ahead and grab that. Get that cup in your hand. Or your water bottle, if you got a water bottle, whatever works for you. Get your cup in your hand. And with your cup in your hand, I want you to just visualize these beautiful crystals all around you. Fill this water up or this tea up or whatever it is with all your loving intention and appreciation. Now, as you sip this water, I want you to imagine that this is the best thing that you have ever had in your life. And it is revitalizing your whole body with each sip. And as it goes down your throat, I want you to pay attention to the sensations of it going down your throat. Swish it around in your mouth a little bit so that you can feel the sensations inside your mouth. Become very sensitive to your senses at this time, okay? A very simple ritual to bring more presence to every drink that you take. Now, when you pee, remember when we ohmed and lommed and bombed and rommed and we did all of that? Do that when you pee. Pick one. It could be any one of them. And do it when you pee. And hold and sustain that intonation. Like, take it seriously while you release the water from your body. So you're releasing this. It went through all of your system. It touched all the things. And then you're releasing it back to the collective water supply at a different frequency. So you have literally acted as a frequency transmuter for, so whatever, however it went in and came out, it's coming out to be a blessing and prosperous to somebody else, because we've been recycling and sharing the same water for centuries, eons. So you might as well imprint what you want on that water. Water remembers. It's a consciousness. It's alive. The final thing is to become very, 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 very connected to plant life. It is always speaking to us. It is always lending itself to us, whether we're digesting it or whether we are benefiting from the different chemicals and all of the things that emits, whether it smells good or whether it's just literally for our breathing purposes. Like, just always becoming very, very aware of our relationship with plants. So I am going to put this song on. Oh, let me see. Let me know if y'all can hear that.
Yeah.
And y'all just watch me. And then I want you to do this shit later, okay? Don't you let a minute slip, just say you have me. Oh, this fantasy. Hold you, don't sleep on me. I got good and plenty. I've been other spaces in the train. So that cute little intimate moment that I just shared with this beautiful rose is an opportunity for us to always tune into our sensual energy. What I notice is that there are countless male body creators out there that will bait and switch. They will literally put like a big booty girl walking down the street or somebody twerking on their thing to sell their product. So it's like, even men know the power of feminine energy and they'll exploit it to their benefit. And so we have to change that frequency and be able to restore our energy and utilize and leverage our energy, as opposed to people taking advantage of our sensual nature, of our natural hips and curves to get their point across. So the more and more we join and we connect with the sensuous nature of everything around us, the more of our reality will start making love to us in all of these different ways. We're always making love. This conversation is making love. So give yourself an opportunity to tune into that energy and turn it up a little bit. And you could do it gradually over time. I don't ever want to be blasted out with some music immediately. You're going to have to ease me in. It's called a fade. So thank you so much for having me. I will be sending all of the things out through QGive to give to everybody. I have some gifts that I would like to give to you. So I'll be sending that out. All of my information and contacts and things will be included in that. If you have questions for me, you could definitely find me on Instagram. I'm at Obatalia, Obatalia. And thank you for your time and your energy. I appreciate you, Desi, for this opportunity. And thank you all for, giving me your attention. And I know that that is the true currency. And so I appreciate you.
Thank you all. Thank you, Obatalia. This opportunity only exists because y'all exist. I was thinking not too long ago about the first gift I ever got from you. The first gift I ever got from you included a handmade note, a handwritten note, and it was so beautiful. And as soon as I opened the bag, a bunch of glitter fell out. So I'm like, but yes, we're done. I'm going to put a link to the survey in the chat. If you could please complete this. It's for the organizations that have sponsored this event, for philanthropy and Washington Institute, and appreciative for your feedback. Please send it. My name is Desiree Riley, and thank you for staying over. You're free to go. You're free to chat and stay longer. I'll be here probably for about noon Cancun time. Next 20 minutes or so, I'll be here.
Awesome.
All right. Thank you all.
Thank you, beautiful.
Thank you.
Thanks, ladies.
Thank you. That was really beautiful, you all. Thank you.
Thank
Thank
No
you
pressure
so
today.
much.
I'll just leave the room open in case you want to network, or if you have any questions, or any kind of Q&A, just let it show organically. But I'll just go on mute.